Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Source. Got Thursday night football here. I would say finally a good game, but like, is it? We got Saints versus Cardinals. Let's go.
Welcome to The Source. The Source. Source. Hey, get the Source.
All right, New Orleans on the road in Arizona here. The look-ahead line for this game was Cardinals -2. By Tuesday morning, it's down to Cardinals -1.5. The action's a little bit of a pros versus Joe's game here. Public on Arizona. Sharp money seems to be on the Saints. This is as of Tuesday morning. Check out Tuesday afternoon into Wednesday morning, though. Ton of Arizona Cardinals money coming in. Money is now leaning towards Arizona, and the books respond to it. We're looking at Cardinals -2.5 now. So let's cap this game. If you subscribe to this channel, you already know the first step. We're running the numbers through the spreadsheet. According to the model, the line for this game should be Arizona -5.23. So that's a 2.5, 3-point lean on the Cardinals here. All right, so let's break this matchup down, and we'll start with injuries because there's a lot of significant ones here, more so on the side of the Saints. Michael Thomas and Jarvis Landry both out. Also, tight end Adam Troutman also listed as out for this game. Star corner Marshawn Lattimore also out for the Saints, or most likely out. I read he is most likely not going to play. So he's probably out. Corner on the other side, his name is Adebo. He's questionable, but he did participate in a limited practice, so he may play. The Saints starting guard, Andres Pete, is still out, but that's not new. He's been out. Their backup, his name's Throckmorton, I believe. He's questionable. He might not even play, and the backup to that guy is out. So if Throckmorton's not able to play, they're going to have their fourth string guard in there. Oh yeah, and what about the quarterback position? We don't even know if Andy Dalton or Jameis Winston can play in this game. Both are hurt. Jameis Winston participated in limited practice. Dennis Allen is unable to name a starting quarterback at this time. New Orleans is an absolute mess on the injury front right now, and that's not a spot you want to be in heading into a Thursday night football game on just 3 days rest. Now, the Cardinals are most likely going to be without Rodney Hudson, their center. James Conner probably isn't going to play. I think that one's still up in the air. They just lost Justin Pugh, their starting guard, to a season-ending knee injury, and Marquise Brown, wide receiver, obviously, he's out for the year as well. So it's not all peaches and cream in Arizona, but it's not nearly as bad as the Saints. And also the Cardinals have DeAndre Hopkins returning to the lineup, which we'll get to in a second. All right, so we got both these teams coming off losses, but at least the Saints look respectable in their loss. I mean, Saints +3, losing that bet like that was definitely the biggest heartbreak of my Sunday. In case you didn't watch it, they were up 2. We were getting 3 points. Bengals had the ball playing for a field goal, and for whatever reason, Jamar Chase catches the ball at midfield. Both Tyrann Mathieu, another Saints D-back, just miss easy tackles, and he runs like 50 yards for a touchdown. Cover blown. Cardinals, on the other hand, looked absolutely awful against Seattle last week. I mean, this offense has now dropped all the way to 26th in DVOA. But like I said, DeAndre Hopkins and Robbie Anderson both added to the lineup. So I guess a big question in this one is how much does the Arizona offense improve with Hopkins in there and Robbie Anderson? But I don't think there's time for him to learn the playbook. At least in my opinion, we'll see. So how much does the Cardinals offense improve, and how does it match up against the Saints defense? Well, first off, let's start with the obvious. DeAndre Hopkins, an elite pass catcher, maybe a top 3 receiver in the NFL. He's in. Marshawn Lattimore, probably a top 5 corner, is out. So an elite pass catcher added, and the best cover guy removed from the Saints defense. I actually love this spot for Arizona's offense. You got Kyler Murray coming off one of his worst games. I mean, the worst offensive game from the Cardinals all season. On Thursday night at home against a vulnerable Saints pass defense. They're just 21st in pass defense DVOA. The Saints team has not been good against the pass, and they lose Lattimore. Now, on the other side, when the Saints have the football, I actually see some more value on Arizona. I actually see value in a couple spots on Arizona's defense, regardless of who's playing quarterback for the Saints. Whether it's Winston, Dalton, Taysom Hill, or Ian Book, whoever's playing quarterback. Good luck trying to get the ball to Chris Olave in this game because Byron Murphy has been lockdown city. Check this out. Arizona's defense is 2nd in DVOA against wide receiver 1s and 1st in the NFL in receiving yards allowed to wide receiver 1s. These numbers are a result of Byron Murphy playing his ass off this year. The Saints' offensive strength all season has been their run game, and a lot of people don't know this, but the Cardinals actually play the run game pretty well. They're 11th in the league in run defense DVOA. So this Cardinals defense, although it has its holes, and we'll get there in 1 second, it plays to run well. What are the weaknesses of the Cardinals defense? Number 1, tight ends. They are the worst in the NFL against tight ends. Good news, the Saints don't really have a tight end, and the one they do have, Troutman, he's hurt. The other weakness the Cardinals defense has is slot receivers, and like I just said, the Saints are completely decimated at the wide receiver position. Michael Thomas out, Jarvis Landry out, Chris Olave's back, returning from a concussion. I mean, they're decimated at that spot. As much as it makes me sick to do this after I just watched that terrible game, I'm riding with Kyler Murray and the Cardinals here. I'm laying the points on Thursday night. Give me Arizona -2.5. Let's lock it in. If anything changes with this bet, I'll let you know on Twitter, so give me a follow there if you're interested. Also, if you want the full final tickets that I do, bet of the day, underdogs of the day, parlays of the day, top 7 bets, that kind of stuff, head over to KyleKirms.com or download the Sauce Network app. NFL Week 7 is here. That's crazy. Thursday Night Football. We've been good in prime time. I've been cleaning up Mondays and Thursdays, so let's keep that trend rolling. Let's have a good night. I'll talk to you on Twitter.